The half fishing, they used to go about 35 or 40 miles away out into the open sea on the edge of the continental shelf. And it was during the summer months. But sometimes away out there, storms would blow up fairly quickly. They studied the sea and the sky before they go. But then, in spite of that, sometimes a depression would come in at speed across the Atlantic and would catch them unawares. Now, that's the story about how six herring was saved by skate. Skate was unsailable. I mean, if you filled your boat with skate, you could take them all home. But what they wanted was the tusk and the cod and the ling. So they were a crew and they were hailing their lines, and it was moderate weather. And among the fish, up to the side of the boat came this great devil of a skate. So they would have been overblithe to see him if he had been a bit bigger, but he was too heavy. So they cut him away and carried on with their work. And the wind began to, as the day moved on, the wind began to get up a bit. And among the fish, here comes this same skate. They knew it because they saw the end of the thumb still sticking out of his mouth. And they couldn't handle him, so they cut them away again. And as time went by, they were getting a lot of fish. And the boat was heavy, and but the wind was increasing at the same time, coming up and coming away a bad day. And hang it among the rest of the fish, here's the skate, and that's the third time. And the skipper told the men, "Oh, for goodness sake, Jan's been sent for some purpose. Try and get him aboard." And the wind was pretty heavy now and pretty strong, and with desperation they did manage to pull him aboard. And he was that big that his wings hang out over each gunnel after the boat. Now the skipper says, "Get the sail upon her, boys, and let's get away ashore out of this." And we know it was a flying gale, and they were running for him, and from time to time the sea broke aboard with the way the fish they had. But the wings of the skate ran the sea off, so the men came ashore safely. And they said if it hadn't been for the skate, it might have been a different story.